Do 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 do. All right. Do 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 do. Duh. Phil Spencer has been. They mentioned his retirement like last year. It's not news. It's just finally happening. But it was announced last year. None of this is news to those of us who've been paying attention. We're back with some Dune Awakening this afternoon. Alright, let's see here. I have got to make my way back to my base because we had a bug after the data center went down and I got shuffled back over here.
Can I fly you somewhere today?
Yes.
Music to my ears. Where do you want to go?
Haga
The basement is a pretty
Basin,
big place. Could you narrow it down a little?
Pinnacle.
Most folks try to stay clear of slaver gangs, but let's try to avoid any pot shots from the locals as we take off.
Why is Twitter blowing up? My Twitter's not blowing up. My Twitter is same as it's always been. Okay. Alright. So this got me back here. I do got to make my way on foot. There's no... Yeah, but Phil Spencer was last year mentioned that he was retiring. Like, I'm just not... Maybe I'm missing something? So, yeah, it's... I would have to go back and reread the press release I saw from last year, but I could swear it was mentioned last year that he was retiring. Oh shit, my suspensor belt is about to break apparently. As I need to get back to my base. In any case, it's just another day. How am I on bandages? I mean... Let's grab these. Yeah, it's just another day in the office, like... Oop, I definitely need the fuel cell. Get me to my base. Yeah, that's why I don't pay attention to it, Dark Lord. Like, it's not something that impacts me whatsoever. Like, people are off arguing about consoles, and I'm over here playing games and not caring. Yeah, the new light is awesome. I have all the new consoles. So, yeah, I can't tell you what they cost because I bought mine forever ago. You'll have to check what they cost in your local area. All right, back in the safety of my base after that mildly inconvenient not being able to play for 5 days because the data center corrupted something. Do 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 do. I must have misread something, or I must be misremembering something from last year. Because I could swear there was I could have sworn there was something from last year that said that Phil was moving on and somebody else was going to replace him. I could have sworn that was all talked about last year. But I'm like Googling it right now and it's like everybody's like, it's a shock, it's a surprise. And I'm like, I'm trying to find out what it was I read last year why am I not surprised? Like, why does this not feel like news to me? I could swear there was something mentioned last year that he was moving on from the company. And I can't find what it is, so I'll be damned. I wonder what I wonder what I'm remembering from last year related to Phil. Because I could have sworn there was some sort of news article last year that was talking about this is what's coming down the pipeline in 2026. Phil's going to be stepping away. I must be completely misremembering something. Huh. In a memo to Xbox employees, Spencer reveals he made the decision to retire from Microsoft in the fall of 2025. See, I could swear there was something last year about this. Hmm. I'm misremembering something then. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Back in July of 2025, WCC Tech reported on a rumor that Phil Spencer would retire with the arrival of the next generation console. The rumor was denied by Microsoft at the time, claiming that Phil was not going to retire anytime soon. That's probably what I'm remembering. I am probably remembering the rumor from last year that he was retiring with the arrival of the next generation Xbox console. That's probably exactly what it is that I am remembering, is the rumor that was coming around last summer, because here it is right here. This was July 2nd, 2025 when this was published. Phil Spencer will retire following the next-gen Xbox launch. Sarah Bond to take over. Here. This is what I'm remembering from last year, guys. Right, it was a rumor, but this is exactly what I'm remembering. Yeah. So, that's where my brain is like, wasn't this announced last year? I guess it was not announced. It was just a rumor, and because I didn't pay any attention to it, because that kind of stuff doesn't, it was literally something that just went in and like got filed away in some backwoods corner of my brain, and that is why. I am surprised to see Sarah Bond leaving at the same time too, though. So I wonder if they're going off to do something together. Huh. Well, we will wait and see what happens. Doesn't really impact anything I'm working on. Okay. We need some water producing. I gotta remember what I was working on. I think I was working on getting a new advanced fabricator up. I don't remember what server I'm on, to be honest with you, Cuddy. I don't pay attention to. I really don't pay attention. I think the entire time I played last year, I had the streamer mode on, and it never even showed my server stuff, so I never paid attention. All right, I need to make some filters. Thanks for the Twitch sub, Greenwood. Appreciate it. Have I played Skull and Bones? Asks Rodrigo. I have. Yep. When do I think next-gen consoles will arrive? Oh, we're probably 4 years away still. Is this an MMO or a story game? Both. I gotta remember to go repair my... Oh, god damn it. I gotta repair my belt. It's in a very good place right now, Great Cat. Do you have the latest DLC, Great Cat? The Raiders DLC. What do I think about Skull and Bones? Did I enjoy it? It's like free to play, I'm pretty sure. Isn't Skull and Bones free to play? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. There is a free trial for up to 6 hours. So I would suggest you go try the game on the free trial. I have enjoyed the time that I have played Skull and Bones, but it's not something that I don't play just one game in main games anymore. So it's just one of those things where if you think you might like it, you should um, go try the free trial and see what you think. Okay. What do I need to make the advanced? Plastinium and more silicone means more flour sand. Have I played the Spider-Man games? I played the one that came out like 5-6 years ago, but not the one that came out 2 or 3 years ago. Yes, they did remove taxes. Yep. Okay, so I just need plastinium, which means I probably need to go harvest. And let me just make a bunch of cobalt paste while we're at it. That'll run me out of water. Oh, I need to repair. I've played the Uncharted series through twice. Don't think I have any of those up on the channel, though. I've played the Guardians of the Galaxy game. Played that one on stream, actually, several years ago. On streamer mode, because it has a ton of licensed music in it. It was a phenomenal game. The Guardians of the Galaxy game was really, really fun. Alright, plastinium I can't make because I need water. And a boatload of more titanium ore, so we should probably just go harvesting right now. Detroit Kokomahumu was great as well. Yep. So go forth and build, Archangel Gaming. You don't need a private server to build. I am on a public server and have been since the game launched, and there is nothing prohibiting you from building on a public server. You can also go pay for a private server. Like, I'm not quite sure what the issue is. Oh, you know what they just did? They moved that a little bit, the wall. Yeah, Detroit Become Human is really good. Oh, I don't know why I'm getting a... If you're still in chat, Great Cat, if you decide to reinstall this, let me know if you have a key for the DLC, the most recent DLC. I've got some keys to give away, so if you don't own it yet already, let me know. I can hook you up. Speaking of which, we're going to be doing a giveaway later on, so stay tuned. Courtesy of Funcom. So if you own the game and you'd like to get your hands on the DLC, the latest DLC, the Raiders DLC, stay tuned. Oh, they're never going to do that because that would bypass like so much of what makes Dune Awakening. It's a crafting survival game. You're asking for them to remove the harvesting component of a crafting survival game, like a harvesting. Like that's never going to happen. That's I'm sorry, but that's a stupid request. Like, it's a crafting survival game. You're like, I don't want to harvest. I don't want it to be a harvesting crafting survival game. I don't want to do that. I just want to have the thing. I mean, I get it. Some games do it that way. Like, you can do it in, like, No Man's Sky and Minecraft and stuff, but I don't know. I think that just defeats the purpose of what this is. I don't know. I get it. Is the beard returning? No, I've just been very lazy. And I'm getting ready to do a photo shoot for the casting of a show. And I want it to be as scraggly as possible before I do the photo shoot. That way they have the option to see me as scraggly as possible, looking very Wastelanderish. And then if they want me to shave, I can shave. It's probably going to get trimmed this weekend. The beard probably won't return for a while. It might next year. I'm due to renew my passport soon for the first time in like 10 years. And I don't want to be like mid-beard for a passport photo. So what I'll probably end up doing is after I get my new passport, I'll probably grow the beard out again. We'll see. We'll see. Haven't decided. So that might be a next year thing. What game was I a dev for? Links are in my bio. You can go forth and look up everything I've ever worked on since 2008. I have been a public figure working on many different publications, games, public speaking events, and more. I really just want some more titanium. Backpack full. Of course, I probably wasted that harvest. That is copper, if I'm not mistaken. That's copper too, I think. Granite. There we go. I had a Harkonnen playthrough. I never finished it because I got busy with other stuff, but I was doing a Harkonnen playthrough without doing any base building, without a thopter, without a buggy. I was playing I was playing the game like an action RPG, and I was not crafting any base products. I wasn't crafting any gear. I wasn't doing anything. I was literally just getting what I got from quests, what I could purchase, and what I could pick up from like boss mobs and stuff. So it's totally doable. Totally doable. It wasn't that hard. The hardest part was just you have to take the time to make sure you have a leader John and a dew harvester. The hardest part of doing it that way is just you have to stop and collect water frequently, as opposed to just letting it passively work at your base. Like, because you have to like fill up your leader John as often as you can. But other than that, it was not that challenging. I literally had a bike, because you get a bike from the main quest early on, like a tier 1 bike. And then I was just rolling around the desert in my tier 1 bike. No problems whatsoever. Didn't have a buggy, didn't have a ornithopter. I was traveling between the base stations. You spend like 700 credits or whatever. It's totally doable. That's a Harkonnen playthrough. I can't remember what I called it. But there's a playlist on YouTube. The Dune Man Challenge, maybe, is what I called it. Where the hell am I? I feel like I'm getting off the beaten path because I'm not finding any. Over here. I'm full. What am I? How am I full? Did I not put... Oh, I'm an idiot, that's why. Herp-a-derpy. I don't need any more of that. You know what? I might as well grab it. How we doing on space? We're at 500. Back we go. I wish they would make that work again. It's going good, Tombstone. I like how they got rid of the whole you crash into the wall and like constantly crash on your way down as you are loading into the next area. All right, Haga Basin. Do, 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 do. We're going to do a giveaway of a couple of DLC codes for the most recent DLC for Chapter 3 here in a minute. So stay tuned if you own the base game and you'd like to get a copy of the DLC. Sit tight. I got to get back to the safety of my base first. You heard good stuff. It is a good game. All right. Oh, I'm on the wrong keyboard. Scoutthopter. Let's drop that, drop that, drop that, drop that. All right. How we doing on fuel cells? 10 days. Reserves low. Oh, water reserves are low. I'm like, I'm fine. All right. It's going to be a bit before I have enough water to put together for the plastinium. And I need a lot of it. I'm going to have to make some stravidium as well. Can't remember how much I needed, to be honest. It was like 140 or something. Like 140. Yeah, that's a lot of plastinium. Oh my goodness. We're going to need a boatload of water. Water. All right, we're going to give away a couple of DLC codes for the new DLC. Which is called Raiders of the Broken Lands, which features the new progression tracks, all the new dungeons, and everything else. Hit me up in Discord, private message. First 2 people to send me a message get a DLC code. First come, first serve. Discord, private message. First 2 people get a DLC code for Raiders of the Broken Lands. Shout out to Funcom for the keys. We're also going to be giving away some keys to the base game at some point, but we have a few of those reserved right now. I'm waiting to hear back from some peeps. So once I know how many I have left of those, we're going to give away some of the base game keys as well. In the meantime, they gave recovery tools for those specific purposes, didn't they, sausages? Or do they not work when you do the server moves? All right, we've given away our 2 DLC codes. We'll do some more giveaways maybe later on today, if not some more. I've got more DLC codes to give away and more base game codes to give away, courtesy of Funcom. Thanks to them for sponsoring the giveaway. What's up, Thorgan? Oh, you forgot to pack up your assault thopter. Oh, that's why, sausages. You had to have your assault thopter. I'm pretty sure you had to have your thopter put into pieces and stored in chests. No, I think the tool is only useful if you lose it in the deep desert for bugs. If you're switching servers, I think you have to treat it like you do with the base recovery tool, which is you have to have it. Um, okay, Archangel. All right, well, I still have one more code to give away. If let me go check Discord to see if anybody else, because Archangel can't use it because he already has the Ultimate Edition. So I still have one of those DLC codes to give away. Yeah, it's not going to do any good if you already own the Ultimate Edition. It's just if you have the base edition or the first 2 DLCs. This is the newest DLC for Chapter 3. Anyway, if anybody wants a key to the DLC for Chapter 3, send me a DM on Discord. I've got one to give away. Anyway, sausages, yeah, you have to have, like, the new base recovery tool copies your base and everything in all the chests and everything inside of the base. But you have to have your vehicles broken down into their components and put into storage chests. Otherwise, it doesn't. You're kind of shit out of luck, I'm afraid. I think. I mean, you might need to read up on what the server transfer um, instructions were. Okay. Yeah, you could check your vehicle backup tool. Yeah, for sure. Check the vehicle backup tool. It might not work, but you can check it. Yeah, Starfield's a great game. Okay, let me refill the tanks here. Spice blow. Alright, we're already at maximum fuel on those 2 bad boys. Okay. We've got our tanks filled up, so the water's going. I've got cobalt paste and flour sand going. Oh man, there's some new footage for the new Bond game that I'm looking at on Twitter right now. Yeah, the worm can be scary. What's up, dear bum? Man, you play one demo from Steam Next Fest, and all of a sudden I've gotten slammed by companies like, please try our demo, please try our demo, please try our demo. Man, I can't wait for the new Fable game. I'm like scrolling Twitter, guys. Sorry, I was waiting on Discord messages. Alright, well there's no other takers, so we gave away one code. I've had a couple people asking about base game key codes. Um, I will potentially have some base game keys to give away at some point in the future. I currently have some of those claimed. I'm waiting to hear back on how many they need before I let you guys know how many we have available for the public. But right now I only have DLC codes available, so I have one more to give away tonight. We'll give this another few more minutes to see if anybody wants to claim one. It is for the latest DLC for Chapter 3. Yeah, Fable is amazing. Well, there, yeah, you're good to go then, Great Cat. I also own the Ultimate Edition. Ooh, I've earned specialization XP. Have I earned enough to unlock another thing? Not enough. I would need to run more of those missions, which we could do. Hang on, I missed your message, Gray. You said something in game. How the hell do I see the guild chat? I don't remember how to see guild chat on the controller. No, it's good. I got plenty of water coming in the pipeline. But thank you for the offer. It is a good game. I'm gonna pack mine up as soon as I finish making the advanced. Like I want to do some more of these Landsrad missions, but I gotta finish making the advanced survival thing first because I have this quest to acquire Regis components so that I can finish. I want to finish the Chapter 3 quests first, but that is a work in progress. There's a guy in Harmony who offers free water and delivery. Nice. Yeah, it's gonna take me a little bit, Allie, because I need plastinium. Oh. It sounds like I might need to go get that coffee table book called The Art of Andor, which is a bunch of like behind the scenes things from the making of Andor with Tony Gilroy and the team. You found a Solari. Yeah, the new Peaky Blinders movie. Yeah, exactly, Dribble. I watched the trailer yesterday. It's gonna be a great wrap to that show. That was one of the shows I'm very happy I watched all the way from the beginning. And it's been what a ride to watch Peaky Blinders from the very beginning. By the way, I get it's I'm reading Twitter about all these people with who are just having reactionary takes to the Xbox news today. Um, it's so early. It's way too early to tell what any of it's gonna mean yet. But the big thing would be like if you pay attention to hang on, I need to land it before I get sidetracked because I will not be able to do what I need to do before I get sidetracked. It's way too early to make any predictions, but I will say Xbox and Microsoft as a whole own a ton of studios. Obsidian, inXile, so on and so forth. Those companies have long histories and are already deep into development cycles on their next games. And I think people predicting that Microsoft and Xbox is suddenly going to become nothing but AI garbage and AI slop, it's very reactionary. I understand the fear of that, but I think it's better to take a wait and see approach. Because as consumers, it's not going to change anything as a consumer. Because if I don't want to support AI games, I just don't buy AI games. But it's like AI is not going anywhere. And as the tools get better, it's just going to become. There was a really good conversation that Matthew McConaughey had the other day on AI. I forget who he was talking to, that young kid who's in the Dune movies. Timothy Chalamet. They were talking, and he was talking about like you can't change the fact that AI is here. It's here to stay, and it's making leaps and bounds in every 6 months. But he says the only thing you can do is control your own reality related to it. So it's like you as a creator need to control your identity, control the usage and rights. He says that's why I trademarked everything related to Matthew McConaughey. Because AI, we have no idea if next year or the year after there's suddenly going to be an AI category at the Oscars. We just don't know. There might be Best AI Film as a category. Darren Aronofsky, celebrated director who has made some phenomenal films, just made an AI film, an AI short film recently. Like, AI is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. The only thing we can do is you don't have to interact with it if you don't want to, but like Matthew McConaughey was talking about, there is no changing the fact that it's here to stay. And so, like, from the actor's standpoint, you have to control your identity, control your trademark, control your everything, your own usage, so that if a company comes to you and wants to use you in something, you can say yes or no, and you can control how that works. And if someone uses it without your permission, you have legal recourse to go after them for using you without their permission. But I know, as someone who uses AI a lot as a tool, I'm not afraid of AI. It's definitely something that can be used for bad as well as for good. But it's so early to see. I have seen some AI games, and they're not very good. I have seen AI voice acting in games, and it is not very good. I have seen AI writing in games, and it is not very good. It is a long way away from being as good as anything created by human beings. So, well, I don't know that I agree with that entirely, Allie, because as a consumer, I always have a choice. I always have a choice of whether or not I participate in that. Like, I don't have to go out and buy those AI created games if I don't want to. You know, it's just one of those things where if I had to guess, what Microsoft is probably going to do is they are going to focus a division of the company on AI games, just like Amazon has focused a section of their company on AI games, while still having traditional games being made on the sides, you know? So, it's a very interesting place to be. It's so early, I can't predict what it's going to do. But I know that nothing in my immediate future is going to change based on Phil Spencer retiring today. Like, it's like I've got the next 2 to 3 years of games already planned out. So whatever changes happened today with Xbox aren't necessarily going to change anything that I'm doing over the next 2 to 3 years, and that's about as far out as I'm willing to, look at anything. And right, like Sausage was saying, like it'll just everything's going to get better over time. It's a very interesting time to live in, that's for sure. Great Cat says they own Activision Blizzard as well, and Bethesda. I'm not too worried about things. Yeah, like, I mean, Todd just talked about that the other day. Like, with Bethesda in particular, they're using AI as an analytics tool, not as a generative tool. Larian is using it as an analytics tool. They were talking about using it as a generative tool, but they've backed away from that. Yeah, I think it'll eventually bust, Drew Brom. I don't see that it's sustainable personally. I think that we will eventually get to the point where we will refine it very specifically for a handful of markets, but I don't think it's going to dominate every single market, which is what everybody thinks right now. Everybody thinks that AI is going to dominate every single market, and I just don't think that that's realistic. I don't think we are anywhere near AI being able to reproduce anything that is even remotely close to what a human being can create as far as creative ventures go. It is really easy to detect AI written scripts, AI voiceovers. I mean, yeah, we see these little clips of like Brad Pitt fighting Tom Cruise, and it looks cool, but it looks fake. It looks like a highly rendered CGI clip, right? It doesn't look real. And you still have way too many instances of like 3 ears and 7 fingers and 3 eyeballs stacked on top of each other. Yeah, the energy thing alone is I just don't think that we can solve that, because the amount of space it takes to create these energy farms is more than what's available. What's up, Rated? I don't know. The only thing I would say that is probably a critique that I think is fair to say about the new CEO of Xbox Game Pass is that she doesn't appear to have a background in gaming. So it feels like a really weird decision to put her as the CEO when she doesn't have a background in games, whereas Phil Spencer had decades of experience in games, and you would think that you would want a head of Xbox who has a background in games, not just I mean, she has a resume. There's no doubt about that. But she doesn't seem to have a gaming resume, which feels weird. I don't know what specifically. Yeah, I don't know. it would be very easy for me to go make a reactionary video like everyone else is doing right now. Like I'm reading on Twitter right now, Dan's Gaming just posted this. My theory is that Phil and Sarah didn't want to shove AI into everything at Xbox, so they were forced to retire and resign. Microsoft is replacing them with someone with a strong background in AI and no experience in gaming. This is just getting insane. That's the sort of reactionary takes I don't want to produce because it's just adding fuel to the fire. It's like it's great to talk about things, but I don't really think that there's any reason to claim that she's the wrong person for the job. I think that we could clearly look at her resume and say she doesn't have gaming. What exactly is she bringing to the table? I would love to know more, but I'm not going to go out there and be like, this is insane. No, I am not playing Greedfall 1 before Greedfall 2 comes out. And Greedfall 2 may not be on the agenda when it comes out. I might be waiting a couple weeks because Solasta 2 launches on March 12th as well, and I've already got Solasta 2's been on the books for 6 months. So now, granted, that's probably only going to be a few days of content. So we'll just see how March goes. But there's a lot of other games I'm playing in March as well. Pretty sure it's the 12th, Dribrom. I could have sworn something. Yeah, March 12th for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC. Also, that medieval knight game with Jennifer English is also launching on March 12th. X something, I forget what it's called. $13.48 Voto, also launching on March 12th. There's like 3 things on March 12th, and I've only got time for like one, so I'm gonna focus on Solasta 2 since I've been barking up that tree for a while. People at Rockstar are worried that Crimson Dawn can get Game of the Year over GTA 6. I mean, I think it's way too early to say that, but it's interesting if they can land everything that they've claimed that they've got going on in Crimson Desert. It definitely stands. There's a case to be made for it getting a Game of the Year nomination. Um, if it can land all of the things that it is claiming that it can do. You have no proof of that statement, Jackie V, on YouTube. There's no proof of that comment whatsoever. That's the sort of reactionary take we're not participating in. We have no proof whatsoever that the CEO of Microsoft has tied the future of the company to AI. You have no proof of that whatsoever. None. Zero proof. So don't make that kind of reactionary stuff in chat, please. We don't know yet what they are going to do with Xbox over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. We can look at the new individual who's been hired as the CEO and we can ponder. But the way you just stated that as fact is just not even remotely true. I think it's worthy of being cautiously pessimistic, even cautiously optimistic if you want to be, but there's no reason to claim that it's doom and gloom. I don't really use any of the AI tools with Windows 11, to be honest with you. What is it, the bot that they have? I forget the name of it, Cortana or something like that. Like I use Google for everything. Like literally I've used Google for everything for years. So I don't even use any of the I don't even know what it's called, like the I'm looking at my dashboard now to see what it's called. Copilot, that's what it's called. Sorry. Like I've never even used it. Yeah, I guess it's just because I don't really use Microsoft Word these days. I haven't used it in a couple of years because I haven't been writing anything. Oh, this Lego Batman. I should probably just go over to screen share all my Twitter stuff right now. All right, well, I didn't give away another DLC code, so we'll do one more shot. I'll give you guys 5 minutes. I've got a DLC code to give away for Dune Awakening. Everybody want it? Ping me on Discord. You got 5 minutes. Otherwise, I'm going to go wrap up and go watch Star Trek Starfleet Academy because I'm 2 episodes behind, and I'd like to get some episodes watched to get those reviews out. William Shatner's releasing a heavy metal, death metal album. What the hell? That is hilarious. Go Shatner. He's always doing interesting things, man. See, I like what Destin had to say. I'll say this about the new CEO of Xbox. She's saying all the right things so far, but now let's see if those things get implemented into action. That's the way to approach it. Actions speak louder than words. Nothing wrong with that, Sean Duquesne. All right, everybody, I'm going to wrap and go watch Starfleet Academy and get some reviews out on YouTube because I'm 2 episodes behind because I've been busy with stuff the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to head out from here. If you're following on Twitch, TikTok, or Kick, get over to YouTube because everything in between the streams happens over there. I'm going to go watch these episodes, get some reviews out. I'll be back again tomorrow morning, probably with some more Norse Oath of Blood tomorrow morning. We're continuing to push through that game. I may be done with Styx. I'm not sure that I'm going to finish Styx. We played Styx Blades of Greed a little bit this afternoon, and I'm just not. I'm not. It's not. It's kind of lost its luster for me. I may give it one more session. We'll see. The viewership also hasn't been that great for it. But I'm kind of like, the story has just been one long go get a bunch of crystals, and I find that really boring. So we'll see if I continue that or not. But in the meantime, we've definitely got more Norse Oath of Blood, some more Fallout 4, some more Starfield, and then on Sunday we've got Destiny 2 and Skyrim. And then on the 26th, which is next Thursday, we've got Towerborn launching out of early access into its official release. We'll be playing that on Xbox Game Pass as well. Stay tuned, everybody. Catch you in the next one.